Hello student, welcome to the BBPS e-learning classes. Children, in the last class I have explained you about the history second chapter, that is the rise and growth of the company power, in which I have explained you about the Portuguese in India, about the Dutch in India, the British in India, how they had come in our country, how they had started doing the trading here. In today video we will discuss about the French in India. Before starting the French in India, let me remind you about the previous classes. In the previous classes I have explained you about some of the main trading that they had started doing here. What were the main tradings? What were the main product that they had started? The main product were the spices, the indigo, then and some of the main thing is like the clothes, raw silk, then the opium. These were some of the main things that the main tradings purpose, the main things that were exported to the other countries from our country. So today we will discuss about the French in India. The French company named Compagnie des Indes Orientales was found in 1664. So this company was founded in 1664. So children, and you underline this one. The first French factory was established in India by the Francois Caron at the Surat in 1668. 2 point you must have to remember that the French company was founded in 1664 and the first factory that was established in India at Surat in 1668. So here they say that further factories were established in other part also, not only in Surat. What were the places named? That were Masulipatam, Pondicherry, Mahi, Chandanagar, then the Karikal, Balasore, Surat and the Mauritius. So children, you underline this one. These were the other places where the French they had established their factories. So the establishment of the Portuguese, Dutch, British and French factories in India and the Eastern Island resulted in a fierce competition and the rivalries among themselves. It means to say that they have the tough competitions among these main four countries and they have started it. They were against each other because they had the competitions for doing the trading in our country, and so they were against each other. So all of them wanted it to excel in trade, means all of them they had wanted to be the superior than the other in the trading by earning the maximum profit, means they want to earn more profit than the other. So they led to a rise in the cost of the commodities. Commodities means to say that the product, that the materials that they were trading, that were in a great demand and ultimately reduce the profit. So spices like the cloves, the cardamom, pepper, then the cinnamons. Cinnamons means to say in Hindi we can say it like the dalchini. And the fine quality of silk and cotton were the main objects of the trading. So student, you underline this one. These were the main things that the main object that they were trading. So to prevent each other from the profitable trade, these companies engage in constant conflict. So for gaining the most profitable in the trade, they had started doing the conflict among each other. They also raised arms against the local ruler if they opposed the establishment of their factories. It means to say if any local ruler, if they were against this companies, against this the foreigner companies, then they had started it doing their they had started, means they were against and they had started fighting against this local ruler. So does the politics and trade become the inseparable? Inseparable means to say that indivisible. So it is impossible for them to be inseparable. Now our next topic is Anglo-French rivalries in the Carnatic. Carnatic means to say the present name is Karnataka. In order to save, first of all, children, let me explain you about what is the meaning of Anglo-French. Anglo-French means to say the citizen that is related to both the England and the France. Then it is known as Anglo-French. And the Anglo-French rivalries, it means to say that there is a military conflict between both the parties, between both the France and the Great Britain with their enemies. So this point means to say that the Anglo-French rivalries competitions in the Karnataka. There were three main war among themselves: first, second and the third Carnatic war. Let us see here what is given here. So here it is said that in order to have a monopoly over the trade in India and Eastern Island, it was necessary for the British to eliminate their rivals. It means to say for controlling the power, they have to be eliminate their rivalries. The chief among them was the French, because at that time French was more powerful. Also, to earn maximum profit by buying raw material at a lesser price, it was necessary for them to have a political control over the countries with whom they had trade relations. So for gaining the more profitable, they had to sell their product at a less price. So they should get at the political control over the countries from which they had started doing their trade relations. So England and France were the traditional rivals in most of the European war of the 18th century. So at that time the main rivals was between England and France. The conflict of trade interest between them finally ended with the three Anglo-French war at the Carnatic War that they fought from 1746 to 1763 in India. It means to say the three battles that were fought between France and England in India are between 1746 to 1763. They were called the Carnatic War as most of them were fought in the Carnatic regions. It means to say that most of them, the war were fought in between the Carnatic regions or near about the part that were in near about in Tamil Nadu. So the war finally resulted in the establishment of the British power in India. So after that, after this war, the Britishers, they were successful and they had started ruling their power in India. So student, up to here is it clear? If you have any doubt and if you want to ask any question, then you can ask me. Thank you students.